Once again, Rokka in the Six Braves continues to impress me with its great tension, camera angles, and the way it expresses itself through the animation and art. Rokka is definitely, I think, one of the most underappreciated series of this anime season, and I thought Ushio Tutora was going to be the hidden gem of summer 2015, but oddly enough, that's getting a lot of attention, which it's actually not that odd because it's a very good series. But now, after looking at it these past couple weeks of different anime I have seen and seeing the response from you fellow Chibits, I think Rokka is definitely going to be the hidden gem of this season because it's very underappreciated for what it's offering us anime watchers each week. Yes, it has slow pacing, but the way this pacing is done with this tension, especially in this episode, that temple scene, the mist, the vibes everybody was giving each other when they were wanting to kill each other, cut each other's heads off, you know, just individual scenes throughout this episode. I think it's definitely, as I said in last week's review, this is probably the best when it comes to tension from this anime season. The tension and the world building, some of the world building that's going on, along with the way the themes are being done, this is definitely looking into being one of the best anime series of summer 2015, and it really saddens me to see how so many have missed such a great series because they've dropped it because it feels way too damn slow, and that's the thing. Anime that are usually slow like this build up into something very fucking good. I mean, I'd rather have a slow anime that slowly builds up these characters where I can grow connected to them and see this subtle foreshadowing and build up to each individual character in their own represented arcs, and then get into some good action, then have everything just rushed and then fucking butchered and, you know, the next slip from the series. I'm so glad that Rokka is doing a good job with this anime adaptation because it's definitely made me invested in continuing, and this episode is no exception to that. Another brilliant episode with that tension. I'm beginning to see our MC Odlet, you know, having to deal with everybody else having a feud, wanting to kill each other, like Fremi finding out that she is the brave killer. She was going around killing people, and then coming to find out that, you know, for some reason she wants to kill the Demon King now, even though she was going out of her way to kill the Braves, or potential Braves. There's a lot of questions, a lot of build-up, and then with the ending segment of this episode, I bet all of us right now are just jumping for joy, like, oh my god, here comes the main point of the series. Who is the fake? Who is the fake? Who is the enemy? Who's the wolf in sheep's clothing? That is the big question that entered our minds at the end of this episode. Now, if you read the description of this series, as I've already mentioned in my past 3 reviews of Rokka, you're probably already full aware of what the plot kind of was going to be about, because it was talked about in the description of the series on my anime list, which I don't know why my anime list would actually put something like that in the terms of description if it didn't happen until like around episode 4, so I don't fucking know. But anyways, this episode of Rokka and the Six Braves, there's a lot of questions to have right now, and I'm trying to figure out who is the potential fake in the group, because as I have already said in my first review, my first impressions, I said in before MC is the Demon King, like in before that, because there is a good possibility he could be the Demon King, but I highly doubt he really is, because the way he's acting, I don't think he is. So, pushing that aside, the other people that most likely could be the Demon King or Demon Lord or someone that's, you know, helping him out, I would probably say most likely it's the princess. I've already theorized that once before it might be the princess that is the worker for the demon god, and it might be that little boy. That little boy that was introduced in this episode, he seemed like he was filled with bloodlust, so I feel like he might also be an enemy, one of the fakes. I don't think the dude that was introduced at the end of the episode, you know, that walked in last and looked all creepy and shit, it's way too fucking obvious for him to be a helper of the demon god. I don't think he is, because the way his design is, the way he acted with his laugh, he's way too creepy, and it gives me easy vibes like, oh, this dude is easily, you know, the enemy, but reverse psychology, that's what it is. There's no way that dude is, like, you know, the fake brave. So, like I said, I'm willing to bet it's the princess. I'm willing to assume it is the princess. I think it is, but we'll have to see. Overall, Rokka and the Six Braves continues to impress me. I'm loving this so much. It's such a great series. I cannot wait to see where this is going to go in next week's episode. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Please be safe. Chibi out.